full Thai rules that you will ever see in Australia.
Full
John
Thai
Wayne
rules,
Parr
yes.
versus Yodson Klai. Yodson Klai defeated Wayne Parr in 2008 over in Singapore in the Contender Asia Series in the final, $150,000 US.
And he went on to win it, of course.
Yodson Klai won it. He beat John Wayne Parr in the final.
Okay.
$150,000 US made in Thai dollars. That set the man up for life.
Yeah. It's strange that he still has a passion to continue.
Mate, he's just a very humble fighter, only 25 years of age. You know, when he won that tournament, he just said he wanted to buy a house for his mum, which, you know, in Thailand, as we know, you know, it's very hard to make a living over there. He fights for a living, he fights for his life, he fights for his mother.
Yes.
But as I said,
Very
Yodson
impressive.
Klai, they fought up in the Gold Coast for the WBC World title, which Yodson Klai won in 2005, and then 2008 they rematched.
Both fights that he'd won were both by decision?
Both decision. He put Wayne down in both fights, but Wayne, the true warrior that he's got up and kept going. But Wayne's been fighting over or training over in Thailand for the last four and a half weeks out of the 13 Corners gym, training with Sanchai, who's in his corner, with Crew Dip as well.
Yeah.
And Yodson Klai from the famed Fairtex gym in Pattaya in Thailand.
Well, there's no doubt that John Wayne Parr has spared no change in his preparation for this fight. He, obviously speaking to him in the dressing rooms earlier tonight, John, he indicated this fight means really a lot to him. And I really felt for him when I spoke to him. He's had a long career, illustrious career. And, you know, he knows he's coming to the end of it right now. And this victory, a victory over Yodson Klai, would definitely mean a lot to him.
Oh, look, without doubt. And we've got to say a big thank you to K&L Concreting and Excavations, sponsoring this main event of the night. Big thank you to them. Joe Nader, I know, puts a lot of effort into his sponsors and vice versa. But Stan, as you said out the back, we had a good chat to Wayne, and very humble. And he wants to thank his own personal sponsors, Darren and Steve from Quest Environments and Richard Vell from the Boonshu Gym. Richard Vell, at the age of 16, sent Wayne over to Thailand, sponsored him to go to Thailand, and he lived and trained and fought over in Thailand for 4 years. Great to see his wife Angie Parr and Angie's dad down here as well.
Yeah, it's lovely. I said him earlier tonight, and yeah, this means a lot to them, and I'm sure they can feel it in their stomach right now watching their man fight.
Oh, a nice left leg kick there from Sol Sankai.
Actually, John, they started a bit quicker than I thought, to be quite honest. They're a little bit quicker pace, or at least I think John Wayne Parr wants to sort of not make sure he's not playing catch up with this guy.
Yeah, look, Yod's notorious. He's got some great hands. He's got some probably the most powerful round kicks in the middleweight division of anyone in the world, fighting at a southpaw stance. So look, Wayne knows that. They said they've fought twice before. Yodson Klai's hands have improved a hell of a lot over the years. 10 seconds ago in this first round. Main event. Wayne opening up with a good, nice low kick. So both boys weighed in around 72 kilos. Talking to Wayne out the back earlier on, mate, he's up around 81
Yeah,
kilos
I was
now.
quite shocked when I heard that, actually. John Wayne trying to open up a little bit, but when he does, you know Yodson Klai is going to come back.
Oh, yeah, he knows that. Good catch and sweep there from Wayne Parr, and the judges will score that one highly.
Excellent sweep.
Very composed though, Yodson Klai. You can see very relaxed, very composed.
Made 240 fights, 25 years of age. You know, said both of these boys fight for a living. Wayne running the very successful Boonshu Gym. He's got Thor Hoopman in the corner with him tonight, one of his young proteges. Slapping round kick there from both boys.
Oh, a nice leg kick there from Sol Yankai there, up around the head there.
Said Yodson Klai's renowned for having some of the hardest leg kicks in the business.
Yeah, you can feel him here watching, just feeling him from commentary position. Definitely sting.
Interestingly though, when they fought in 2008, the 2 times that he dropped Wayne, both with his hands.
Landed a good straight left and another one there.
I think the last time Wayne ever got dropped in a fight was against Yodson Klai in 2008. Good counter fighting from both boys. You can see Wayne really quickly, as Yodson Klai's trying to catch that kick really quickly, just trying to retract his leg. This is one of the times that he got dropped in 2008. Yodson Klai caught the kick and came over the top of the big right hand.
Oh, it was nearly a nice knee there from Sol Yankai, but he seemed to hold back from that manoeuvre. Nice jab, couple of nice jabs there. Solyan Kai getting those jabs working.
Yeah, the odds are loading up with the hands. Said Yodson Clyde, the undisputed best in Thailand, 8-time world champion, Lumpini champion.
Yeah.
Kings Cup champion, Wayne Parr, 6-time world champion. His most recent world title win was against Dimitri Valendover in WA. Bit of a cut appearing under the right eye of Wayne Parr.
The cheekbone, the right cheekbone of John Wayne.
Yod's thrown a couple of elbows, and I think one of those has obviously got through. Look, it's under the eye, so it's not going to cause any damage. But between rounds, they're going to have to get to work on that. But Yodson Clyde will be focusing on that now.
Yeah, make sure it doesn't start swelling on him. It might be on the cheekbone, but it can come up and close that eye. Good timing, I've noticed, with this Yodson Clyde.
Oh, yeah, Solyan Kai nearly with the right hand, but not quite. Oh, heavy body shot from Solyan Kai there, the rib section.
So round 3, Yod opens up with just a slapping round kick. Again, big thank you to K&L Concreting and Excavations. You can see Drew Dip and Sanchai in the corner, giving Wayne a great pep talk in between the second and third round.
John Wayne Parr opening up there, trying to get some leverage into those punches.
Crossing elbow there from Wayne as they were breaking. But Yodson Clyde just so composed there in centre ring. Both boys showing each other a lot of respect. So Wayne's fighting a totally different fight this time compared to 2008. Slapping high kick there from Yodson Clyde, just Wayne catching it on the gloves.
Well, he went for the stomach push kick, but changed his mind, came in close. Trying to work in there on Yodson Clyde there, but gee whiz, the boys are tough. Yodson Clyde trying to get that knee action going there, but Dean splits them up, our referee.
Our judges tonight, Ignatius Missilidis, Paul Smith and Mark Cook.
You know, Yodson Kai is trying to land a left round kick to the head where that cut is. I mean, and you can see strategically how he's working on different things, but setting up that kick. You'll find every time Wayne Parr's got his hands up, but even the impact of those kicks you can feel.
Yeah, man, as you know, I've said it before, his round kicks are renowned for being some of the toughest in the business. In the 2008 Contender Series, he fought Bruce, the Preacher McPhee, in one of the elimination rounds, and he just proceeded to kick Preacher, and Preacher could hardly move his arms towards into the fight. Yod won the fight, obviously, but he just peppered away. And I'll tell you what, Stan, you know from your own experience, just kicking away those. If you catch those kicks on the arms, it just takes it out of you.
Most definitely, you can. Takes their toll.
Here we go, so the uppercut there, Yodson Clyde, but no power in that, but then comes back with that stomach push.
I just want to see Wayne, do a little bit more in this round.
Yodson Clyde's trying to control the fight, Stan, from ring centre.
That's why I'm saying in his third round now, I don't want to see. It's exactly what he's trying to do now, Wayne Parr. He's trying to put a bit of intensity to come forward, look a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, but see what, Wayne's just keeping his guard really tight and really close. Nice straight right there from Wayne Parr.
Nice right hand.
Come on, guys, let's get loud!
So, guys, under Muay Thai rules, this is as good as you get anywhere around the world anytime. Full credit to Joe Nader and Power Play Promotions. He said to Wayne Parr, he had him fighting against Mike Zambides down here, and he said, who else do you want to fight? And Yodson Clyde was on the top of his list, so Joe brought him over.
Yeah, no, big credit to Joe Nader, investing big time here. Of course, John Wayne Parr, not even a local fighter.
Oh, good straight left there from Yod to open up the fourth round.
Yeah, John Wayne Parr needs to increase his ratio from now on.
Yeah, really needs to step it up. If anything, I've just got Yod just slightly ahead at this stage.
Yep, Yodson Clyde seems to have, last couple of rounds, he's put his authority, stamped it on this fight.
I'd like to see John Wayne Parr fight these next 2 rounds. They're like the last 2 rounds of his career. I just want to see him give it all he's got, mate. Because I know this really means a lot to him. And you can see right now that he's going to start picking it up a little bit because.
Yeah, Stan. Look, as you said, we spoke to him at the back, and he said how much this fight means to him, and he knows what he's got to do, and he's got to step it up, and he knows that Yod is the best that there is out there.
And he's got to make it happen. He knows that he's got to make it happen right now. It's not going to happen on its own. He knows he's fighting a guy that if he lands 1, he'll probably come back with 2. But This is the fight that he's in for, that he's prepared for, as he takes the right uppercut right there.
Big sneaky uppercut there.
Sneaky uppercut.
Actually came under Wayne's guard as Wayne had a bit of a cross guard there. But both of these guys, you know, look, Wayne Parr without doubt the best non-Thai fighter in the world under full Thai rules in the middleweight division. Yodson Clyde the very best in the world.
Yodson Clyde manages to slip those jabs through just a bit too easily at times.
Yeah, Wayne covering up as he's throwing those kicks though, just to negate Yod's hands.
A nice kick there, Yodson Clyde. Again, he's pretty good with that, those manoeuvres.
Crowd here in Melbourne just loving this. Joe Nader's done a great job, Power Play Promotions, putting on the very best fighters in the country and from around the world.
A couple of good shots there landed by John.
You're just looking to lock Wayne out in the grapple. Both boys just eyeing each other off stand, just really focused. Both boys really want this, as Yodson Clyde said in the pre-fight interview. 3 times, wants to win for the 3rd time. Final 10 seconds of this 4th round. That cuts open up under Wayne's eyes, not causing any dramas.
No concern for him there, but he needs to. He's got to land some leg kicks and punches. He's got to put
getting close just to push away and use the hands. Wayne really needs to bring this one home.
Yeah, but he's got a bit of ground to make up here now, John Wayne Parr, in my view. He's got to try and exert himself.
Let's make some noise!
Pretty hard to make it up in a 5-rounder. Here he goes, though.
Good handiwork, though, and Yodson Clyde just leaning out of the way, fires back with a slapping round kick of his own.
Oh, bit of a slip there from John Wayne.
Again, big thank you to our major event sponsor, K&L Concreting and Excavation, the boys behind it. Joe Nader, Power Play Promotions, done a sensational job. Bigger and better things in 2011 from Power Play Promotions. Watch this space.
John Wayne's got to push it forward now. He's got to give everything he's got, John.
Stan, I'll tell you what, the crowd's getting behind. There's a lot of cheering for Yodson Clyde as well, because a lot of people recognise that this guy is the best in the world. People have come from all over Australia to watch this fight. Yodson Clyde looking for a step-up elbow in there close, but didn't quite find its range.
John Wayne Parr there trying to get some punching power going, and now got the knees working, but Yodson Clyde, he's in there measuring it with him as he goes. That's the problem.
Right above us in the commentary position there, boys. Yodson Clyde just not looking fussed at all. Wayne's still light on his feet.
Even when John Wayne Parr steps up, Yodson Clyde seems to be able to equate that work ratio himself.
Yeah, Yodson Clyde looking to come over the top of that big left hand. Wayne's got his guard up nice and tight. Big exchange there from both boys. Wayne just walking forward, some big hands. Yodson Clyde just waves it off, comes forward with his own leg kick. Good body rip there from Wayne Parr. Yodson Clyde looking to load up with the big left hand. Yodson Clyde's expression hasn't changed throughout this whole fight.
Not at all.
Big slapping round kick there from Yodson Clyde.
Massive kick. There, John Wayne now, he's trying to get some knees going, possibly a knee drop into the ribcage, but Yodson Clyde, he's trying to measure with him there again.
Final 30 seconds of this 5th and final round. Crowd absolutely cheering John Wayne Parr now, really egging him on.
Trying to lift him across the line, but Yodson Clyde seems to be pretty confident he's got the fight. Yodson Clyde,
Let's raise the roof,
standing back.
Final round.
Oh, good straight right there from John Wayne Parr.
John Wayne Parr's best punch of the night.
Yeah, it was the best punch.
The beautiful punch.
Go, John, dig in.
Really bringing it home now, Stan. He's really loading up the final 10 seconds of this fight.
Trying to load up.
10 seconds to go. He's got to leave an impression on the judges' scores. But what a main event of the night. The 2 best fighters in the world.
Yeah, they're great warriors.
Champion of the world from Australia, John Wayne.